Capitalism is taking away your power, and I'm here to show you how to bring it back. Everybody's chasing the coin, and it's nothing new because this is just how the culture is. Everybody's hardwired for it, but it does not actually give you satisfaction. It does not actually help you make the most money, although people consistently think that 9 to 5s bring them the most money. It's not true. And it does not give you the ability to use your instincts, listen to yourself. It inherently keeps you trapped in a cycle, and it keeps you trapped in not knowing who you are, how you are, what your gifts are. It does not keep you, in your best possible phase of life. So capitalism is also stemmed by white supremacy and patriarchy. And so a lot of its core principles and foundations do not also benefit women. So I'm going to teach you how to bring your power back. Capitalism also goes as per certain urgent deadlines. There's always certain deadlines you have to meet, you have to prepare for. It goes against women and their natural female rhythm, which is not to have any urgency. And when you constantly have to pay rent, when you constantly have to have deadlines in a 9 to 5, you really have no time to actually listen to yourself and take breaks and do what you have to do to be in your element, to actually have mental presence, to calm down and to regulate your nervous system, which is the most important part. Now, as somebody who's had to perform, struggle, and survive so much, I was kind of brainwashed and deluded into consistently working, overworking, and not listening to my body when it needs to rest. Mentally, I haven't been able to calm down very easily either, although I'm in the process of it. And that also shows you how much your body is in survival mode. It gives you absolutely no time to be present. Capitalism also rewards productivity. It does not reward your presence. So through rationalized fear, you're always kept in this cycle. Can you do it? Can you not do it? Do you have the capacity to do it, or are you kicked to the curb? And then when we start talking about corporate America, this is where we start seeing that it's all a game of power dynamics. How can we help one person achieve more so that you can get ahead as well? There's really no substance to the work that's being done. There's no innovation that's being done. It is mainly about how can we produce more capital at the expense of people delivering their labor, and that also just keeps you straight away from what is my truest potential, and it keeps you in a cycle of fear. And fear is really powerful. Fear is also your biggest worst enemy. So that's why that you should listen to your body instead of just rationalize logic and fear. When you're constantly in a state of I have to prove, I'm in survival mode, I have to survive, there's a lot of suffering attached to it. A lot of women also know the consequences of going against their body this way. This is why you see a lot of them refraining from a 9 to 5, building businesses, or just trying to find what their purpose is on the side and start building something that they know from the heart. Now, people would assume, oh, you're being idealistic. Oh, you don't actually know how to generate money if you can't climb the corporate ladder. That is all a man's paradigm, but most importantly, a societal trap to basically say that you shouldn't listen to yourself. You shouldn't listen to your intuition. And I'm here to tell you that if you don't listen to your intuition, you'll probably wake up at the age of 50 or 60 and just be like, why have I wasted my life? Now, people also don't understand that your inner magnetism brings in the most money when you know your worth. And that's the next part. And in the context of how it translates to other parts of your life and not just your career, capitalism also destroys your intuition to believe better for your life, to think and believe you are the creator of your reality. It keeps you in a cycle of fear. It does not actually allow you to trust yourself. And then if you, let's say you want to go out and date guys, you won't be able to discern who's actually right for you. This is an inner work journey. This is not something related to everything that is external, because when you are in capitalism and white supremacy and patriarchy, you are taught to chase men. You are taught to go chase in the external world for absolutely everything. It's straying you away from your soul, purpose, and alignment, intuition, everything that's an inside job. So this is why you should really get out of this cycle and start owning your power to make the best outcomes possible. Intuition is also your currency. So the more you trust it, the more that life reflects that trust back to you. If you don't trust it, then you are going to fail. Your body is going to shut down. You're going to be in a state of hypervigilance. You are going to just suffer. Now, if you're not too spiritual and you have no idea where to start, the one thing you can do is simply pause, reflect, and see how your body's feeling. This is going to take some time because you do not actually know how to internally tap into your body and feel what you have to feel. But that progress will also start opening your eyes, because the more you trust your intuition, the more trust you build within yourself. That spiritual insight is basically be the change that you wish to seek. You also have to start seeing that your gifts bring abundance. You do not actually have to earn so much and prove so much, because that's a man's paradigm. That's not ours. Now, you may also bring up some other counter points where it would be like, you think about this only in genderized terms, where, man's paradigm is XYZ, women's paradigm is XYZ. But here's the thing, men and women have their natural gifts. And those are the energetics of the universe. They go on a scale, they're wavering all the time, but they do exist in the universe, and this is how things are constructed. It's very evident in nature. When you go against your natural gifts, you are also never happy. If you go as per societal frameworks and standards like I used to, I was miserable and I was honestly never fit for 9-to-5 jobs. I started realizing business was my path, and my path to actually getting something better in the future. So when you start realizing that you have gifts and you can use them, would you really want to conform to societal standards? I think not. If that appeals to you, go subscribe to my channel and also check out the description box where I have a link to my intuitive mentorship and psychic readings. These readings are to provide tangible solutions. It's not just to scare you or to say that, you don't have any power. That's not my mission. My mission is to help out women and for them to make the most money. So now on to the video. One of the most problematic things about capitalism and why it's tied into white supremacy and patriarchy is that it does not teach you how to listen to your own body. It teaches you to suppress your body, which is also a reason why people have so many health issues. And on top of that, it does not allow you to check in with your body and see how it's feeling about certain decisions, should you be in favor or not in favor of certain things. This is the reason why women don't listen to their intuition anymore, even though it's their greatest source of power.